This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. What is this you're looking at? Many have seen it, but knows nothing of its many harmful impacts. It affects your eyes, asthma, muscles, urination, digestion, and much more. What is it? Mold, found in homes, offices, hotels, air conditioning units, and many other places. It's urgent that you call Hygienely now. 876-793-4070 or 876-502-0055. Hello everyone, I'm Simon Preston and welcome back to Sports City. This is the platform where we come together to discuss everything sporting related. How is everybody doing? Did everybody have a restful, productive last 3-4 days thereabouts? Well, I'm eager to hear what you guys have to say in relation to that matter and how everything sort of panned out for you guys in relation to the holiday period. But let's get right into the matter, shall we? Because Jamaica, it's important and it's a time frame where we need to know the difference between certain things so that we plan ahead, because information equals knowledge and knowledge equals power. So we need to ensure that we have the information, we're accurate with the information, we're credible with the information, and we're able to relay this information as best as possible. That is absolutely critical. All right, so that is important. So with that being said now, let's go right into the matter. In 1823, right, a man named William Ellis picked up a ball in a town of Rugby in England. They're in a football match and ran with the ball. Eventually, the sport was known as rugby, and eventually led to the forming of the Rugby Football Union in 1871. When the sport was formed, you had two different types of players. You had the amateurs, which was public school boys, and you had the professionals, which is mainly poor individuals and northerners that needed time off from work to play the sport. So what was done was that professional teams were formed by the northerners and called the Northern Rugby League, Rugby Football League. The Southerners didn't like it, and that is the divide that you have today. The Rugby Union and Rugby League, two different sports. And that is why even up to this very day, majority of the professional Rugby League teams, clubs, are based in the north of England, and even the players are born in that region, while the Rugby Union players, teams, clubs, the vast majority are based in the south of England, London, etc. But the vast majority of clubs that play rugby league are in Yorkshire, Manchester, Lancashire, Merseyside. The vast majority of them play in those areas, Cumbria as well. So the north of England, even though of course you do have, for example, London Broncos, but that's just an exception, if you understand what I mean, a very rare exception to the rule. And when you look at Jamaica's team squad that went to the 2021 edition of the Rugby League World Cup, 16 of the 24 players were born in Yorkshire. 16 of the 24 players were born in Yorkshire. Can you believe that? 16 of the 24. You had one player in James Woodburn Hall. I was born in London. and you have Jacob Ogden that was born in Northampton, and then you have 6 domestic-based players. So 16 of the 18 UK-based players born in Yorkshire, and many of them play for Yorkshire-based teams. So I wanted to be clear to everyone that is watching it that Rugby League and Rugby Union are 2 different sports. 2 different sports. All right? Let that be clear to everybody that is watching this video right now. 2 different sports, not the same sport, but 2 different sports. So do not say rugby. Be specific. Say rugby league or rugby union. Be specific with what you're saying. So what are the differences? So in rugby union, games are 15 members a side or 7 members a side. In rugby league, it's 13 players a side or 9 a side. The rules in rugby league slightly different from the rules in rugby union. 5 points for a try in rugby union, while 4 points for a try in rugby league. For a drop goal, it's 1 point in league, 3 points in union. 3 points for a penalty in union and 2 in league. So hopefully that sort of narrows things down. What else? The tackle in rugby league is uncontested, while the tackle in union is contested. Look at rugby union as football. As long as you have possession, you have the opportunity to score the goal. While in rugby league, you have up to 6 tackles to score. If after 6 tackles, you don't get to score, the ball, the possession is turned over to the other team. And this has drawn a lot of excitement, especially when this in 1895 thereabouts when this came about, because it brought a lot of fans, brought a lot of spectators, because score lines were closer and made the games very interesting. And of course, players were earned money from what they did in sort of this exchange. Many people, especially in Union, thought that the Northerners dumbed down the rules because they couldn't understand it, but that's not necessarily the case, is it? Not at all. So that's basically what has transpired in this sort of aspect of things. So with that bearing in mind now, Jamaica in Rugby League and Rugby Union are both making strides. In Rugby League, Jamaica just participated in the Rugby League World Cup, and later this calendar year they'll be participating in the 2025 Rugby League World Cup qualifiers. That's right. Later this calendar year, they'll be participating in the Rugby League World Cup qualifiers. Jamaica will be hosting it and taking on Brazil, Canada, and the United States. The top 2 teams are expected to qualify for the World Cup. In Rugby Union, Jamaica is making strides. Jamaica has been to 2 Rugby Sevens World Cups. Jamaica has also made strides every step along the way, winning 5 Rugby America's North Sevens Championship titles. In addition to that, Jamaica has created strides in relation to competing on the World Rugby 7 Series. Jamaica competed on the World Rugby 7 Series, picked up a historic victory over Chile, defeated Mexico as well on the second leg of the series. Jamaica has as well competed at the World Rugby Sevens Challenger Series as well. Jamaica has also competed at Hong Kong Sevens on numerous occasions as well. And let's not forget as well, Jamaica also competed in the World Rugby 7 Series over in Spain, Malaga and Seville as well. Tight games against Japan and, scoring first against Argentina. So Jamaica has made strides in Rugby Sevens as well on the union side of things. And let's not forget as well that Jamaica will also be competing at the Central American and Caribbean Games and the Pan American Games later this year, alongside the Olympic qualifiers as well. So a huge, huge incentive for them. So folks, when you are speaking about these sports, remember, be specific. Rugby League, Rugby Union are 2 different sports. They're not different leagues. They're 2 separate sports. Bear that in mind. Okay, folks? Thank you so much for tuning in. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Sports City for more content. This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C, Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471.
This is Adrian Hall, and you're watching Sport City with Simon Preston.
Ready. Hi, my name is Ronaldo Wade. You're watching Sports City.